Hi, my name is Rachel Jepson. I'm a musician and I'm a counsellor. I developed a CPD accredited course in mental health awareness in the music industry, which I provide across the country frequently. But obviously, at the moment, I can't because we've all been told to stay at home and stay safe, which is a good thing. So I thought that I'd record these little bite-sized videos of various issues that we talk about on the course. The course is a full day usually, and I also do a 2-hour workshop, which is separate to that for music students, which features most of the same issues, but obviously is just a bit more compact. Um, the issue that I wanted to talk about today is music education and music students specifically. I counsel at various organisations and work with clients in the music industry and creative industries and a lot of music students as well. So it's something that's close to my heart and something that I really wanted to discuss today. Um, as much as I have a massive respect for organisations, educational establishments who teach music, I've also noticed over the last few years that these establishments maybe don't prepare music students for certain things within the industry. And I wish when I'd been a music student, whenever that was, years ago, that somebody had sat me down and told me some of the things that I may come across, because I feel like I was not prepared at all for any of that. So issues such as making it, I've discussed this in another video, but making it, what does that mean? Unsigned, un is a very kind of negative prefix. Sort of unwashed, unclean. It's sort of got real negative connotations. I hate that unsigned thing, and I hate that there are sites that kind of want you to put your music up there and upload things. It's like promises, a million listens a day or something. These things really need to be monitored, and people need to know that these perhaps, aren't always the best thing to do, and uploading music and these things. And some of them are really genuine and great. You got BBC Introducing and all that kind of stuff. So are genuine places. But yeah, I wish someone had kind of told me that, because I was uploading on everything. And just thinking, what am I doing? Why aren't I getting anywhere with this? So that whole sort of idea of making it, when you're in a music establishment and there are tutors there, you kind of take what they're saying as gospel, especially if they've got experience in the music industry. And I've heard things, from management in these establishments that have kind of made me worried. That whole sort of, if you're sitting not doing anything, then you're not doing it right. And you need to be spending, 24 hours a day doing this stuff. No, no, you do not need to do that. You need to spend time, obviously. I'm not going to lie to you. You need to put a lot of time into this. It's not easy. It's really competitive. You have to be really hungry for it. But there also needs to be some slack in that. Sit down and watch Netflix of an evening once in a while, or go for a walk for a few hours. If you're not working on your music 24/7, that's okay. And forcing it and sitting down being like, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, can be really damaging. I hear it so much from music students and tutors as well. That kind of culture of you need to be doing it all the time, you need to be working to this deadline. There is a reality to that, but also there's a reality that if you keep doing that, then your mental health may suffer. So there needs to be some preparation for that, which is what I'm trying to do with the courses and here now. There's a lot of expectation around sort of, selling yourself. A lot of the music students I deal with, no matter what their age is, have difficulty sort of selling themselves and walking into a room and shaking hands and networking. There is a lot of networking involved in certain aspects of the music industry. Again, that is a reality of it. If you're not feeling particularly good at that, if you don't feel confident in yourself, that's okay. If you see that other people are getting opportunities over you, then obviously that is an issue, and you need to maybe talk to somebody about that, even a tutor, what it is that you can do, that there may be other ways of kind of getting stuff out there, or networking, or just having that confidence within what you're doing can be enough. So there needs to be some preparation around that as well. There's a lot of pressure, to sort of do these networking events, that perhaps your place is set up for you, which is amazing. They've invited industry professionals, and so there needs to be perhaps a balance, that certain things are expected of you, but that it shouldn't be causing that amount of anxiety. There's also a pressure to network, to have a certain lifestyle, to drink, especially among male music industry professionals. There's a sort of almost laddie culture about sort of staying behind after the gig, drinking, networking. That a lot of industry professionals are male, and they may stick around after a gig, and you may need to meet them and talk to them. So there's that as well. There's sort of gender issues in there. That female musicians and music industry professionals and creative professionals need to feel safe, and they need to feel that they are being listened to, that they have a voice, and it is a male-dominated industry. I think something like most interns are female, but everybody in a management position, and it's 30% female. So yeah, that's something that we discuss on the course. Again, some great debates happen on the course. But yeah, it's not a great thing. Things around discrimination, all of this stuff. So again, these need to be things that your tutors and management even are preparing for, and sort of letting you know what life is going to be like, what those attainable goals are going to be. Write it down, discuss it with them. Perhaps there's a different path. Perhaps it doesn't have to be what they did. Perhaps, you can do a different thing. Maybe you can do a sort of grassroots thing where you put your music out yourself, and, you charge people. I talked about this in a previous video, but perhaps you can put on your own gigs and charge at the door. You can rent a venue out. You can rent a space out, a room out, like you would if it was a party. Spend £100 renting a room, charge at the door for tickets, invite family and friends, all that kind of stuff. There is a different way of making money. It doesn't have to be record deal or session musician or any of these. You can do different things, and it's really important to explore all of that. And again, if I had loads of time, we could kind of go into that, but I feel like that's for another day. I feel like this is a lot to kind of take in as well. But yeah, if you're a music student and you want to make a living out of music, you can. I had a client recently who basically said, when I finish this course, I'm not going to get a job in the music industry, and I know that. So I asked him, well, what do you think you're going to do? He said, oh, I'll probably get a job in finance or something. That's what most people do who have done this course. And I thought, that's shocking that you have that expectation, and sad as well that that's your expectation. So we need to manage expectations, sit down with people, talk about that, talk about what can be achieved, and sort of, write down what you'd like to achieve, how to get there, that there may be different ways around it. But if you love music and that is the profession that you want to get into, then you will do. It does take a lot of work, but you also need to be you as well, and don't lose sight of the fact that you are you, that you are really important. And it doesn't have to all be about music, that you can take a little bit of time out to get in touch with your friends, with your family, outside of music. I hope that you found this helpful. I hope that some of it's resonated with a few of you, and that even if you're not a music student, that some of this has given you something to think about. My website is www.counsellingformusicians.co.uk. There are other videos like this where I've kind of done little bite-sized snippets of my course, but I will be teaching it again, and just look out for everything. But stay safe and take care. Bye.